On Father's Day of 2023, a 47-year-old man named Christopher Pierce swam out into the Gulf at Panama City Beach to pull his daughter out of a rip current. He got her to the sand. He did not come back for himself. Red warning flags were flying over that beach the whole afternoon, and the water that took him was flat, warm, and clear. Every condominium lobby on this coast has the same 5-color flag chart laminated on the wall. Double red, water close; single red, high hazard; yellow, moderate; purple, dangerous marine life; and green, low hazard, calm conditions. That green flag is printed on every chart in every lobby along 9 miles of white sand. The people who run this beach have decided it will never go up, not on a flat day, not on a windless morning in October, not on any day on the calendar. Their beach safety director explained it without any drama at all. A hazard is always present out there, so they would rather flag the unusual than ever put up a color that tells a family the water is safe. That is the position of the International Life-Saving Federation, and this beach took it literally. The flags that do go up change through the day. On one Friday in June of 2023, the beach opened under double red, came down to a single red around 10 in the morning, and went back to double red by 12:30. A family that walked down at 11 saw one thing. A family that walked down at 1 saw another. Both of them were looking at the same water. That same year, RIP currents at Panama City Beach killed more people than at any other beach in the United States, and the National Weather Service data is what says so. Two things make that true, and neither one is what you would guess standing on the sand. The first is what this water looks like right before it takes you. The second is how few people are watching. The sand here is nearly pure quartz, and the bottom underneath the water is that same white, so the Gulf runs a clear tropical green you can see your own feet through. In August, it averages around 85 degrees, warm as a bath, and a few dozen yards out, there is a sandbar you can walk to, a firm pale ridge where the water comes back up to your waist and the small waves break in a neat white line. Now find the gap. And there is a reason this coast in particular builds them. Most beaches grow a sandbar and lose it again with the seasons. This one carries 2 of them, an inner bar and an outer bar, with a trough of deeper water lying between, and the coastal engineers who study it call that arrangement unusual because here it is permanent. More bars mean more breaks in the bars, and every break in a bar is a drain. A rip current is not a wave, and it is not an undertow. It is drainage. Water that the waves have piled up between the beach and the sandbar has to get back out, and it takes the cheapest exit it can find, which is a break in the bar. Where that break is, the channel runs deeper. Where the channel runs deeper, the waves do not touch bottom, and where the waves do not touch bottom, they do not break. So the killing water goes quiet. Panama City Beach says so in its own public guidance, and it is a strange thing to read on a city page. Look for a calm gap in the breaking waves. That calmer spot is the most dangerous. On a crowded Saturday, it looks like the one uncrowded lane on the whole beach, a smooth dark strip running straight out through all that chop. It moves at up to 8 feet per second, faster than the strongest man out there can swim against it, and it does not stop at the sandbar. The South is full of water that reads as safe and is not, and this channel goes looking for it. Subscribing keeps them coming. The same water runs for 9 counties in both directions along this coast. The 2 National Weather Service offices that cover it have counted 227 rip current deaths since 2002. The service points out in its own words that this exceeds the coastal deaths from flooding, tornadoes, lightning, and tropical storms in those counties combined. More people die here from water that looks calm than from every storm the news gives a name to. Then somebody started counting the summer of 2023. Between the 15th and the 24th of June that year, 7 people died in this water in 9 days. It started on the 15th with a man named Richie Alforda from Georgia at a numbered beach access under a single red flag. On Saturday the 24th alone, 3 of them died on the same day in separate incidents along a few miles of the same sand. Their names were Kimberly and McKelvey Moore, Morit James Burton, and Donald Wixon. They were 39, 63, and 68, and they had come down from Georgia and from Michigan. Double red flags were flying. Nobody died at Panama City Beach while the storms were over it. The hard weather came through that first week and moved on. The local timeline of those 2 weeks describes the days people actually died on as clear and sunny. The sky cleared, the wind dropped, the sea went smooth, and the water kept working. Coastal researchers on this same panhandle coast worked out why years ago. A hurricane tears the sandbars apart, and for the seasons afterward, while the bars are rebuilding themselves, the drownings cluster along the shore at repeating intervals set by ridges out on the seafloor. They stop only when the inner bar welds itself back onto the beach. The storm does not kill anybody here. The storm sets the trap, and then it leaves. And then the sun comes out over Panama City Beach, and somebody walks into the calm. By the end of that year, the count at Panama City Beach was 8, and a national ranking of dangerous American beaches put 24 surf zone deaths here since 2010, the highest number on its list. The following June, it happened again. 6 deaths in under a week. Pierce died on a beach where the flags were red and flying. The police chief put the whole thing into one sentence. He was successfully able to get her out of the water, but in his attempt, he got caught in a rip current. His daughter walked up onto the white sand, and her father did not. The following June, 3 young men from Birmingham, Alabama, went into the water near the Watercrest condominiums shortly after 8 in the evening. Harold Denzel Hunter was 25. Jamonda Ray and Marius Richardson were 24. Rescue swimmers from the sheriff's office and 2 other agencies searched the dark water for more than 2 hours. All 3 were lost. In that same stretch of days, 2 other people drowned in a single rip current near a beachfront restaurant. So that is the water. Now count the people whose job it is to watch it. Panama City Beach runs about 9 miles of Gulf shoreline, and it has 3 staffed lifeguard positions, 2 piers and 1 park. Everything between them is covered by roving patrols on trucks and jet skis, by whoever can get down the sand in time. By late June of 2023, 5 of the 6 fatal water incidents inside the city had happened on unguarded beach. The United States Life-Saving Association publishes the odds of drowning at a beach with a lifeguard on it, and they run about 1 in 18 million. Nothing about these drownings looks mysterious anymore. There are 9 miles of Gulf water out there and 3 towers watching it, and they have never flown a green flag on this beach. The flags are the only thing filling that gap, and the flags depend on people obeying a piece of colored cloth. In one 10-day stretch in 2023, lifeguards here made over 116,000 contacts with swimmers, 1 whistle and 1 warning at a time, and still had to pull 143 people out of the water. Code enforcement wrote 98 citations to people who went swimming during double red. The city put it plainly in a written statement afterward. Failure to heed the flag warning system remains the city's greatest challenge. In September of 2024, they took the warning away entirely, and now the first offense is a $500 fine with no second chance. Stay subscribed, and I will keep bringing back the ones that look harmless. 5 million people a year come to Panama City Beach, and almost every one of them goes home with nothing worse than a sunburn. Call that what it is, a beach where the odds have held so far. The people who work that sand made their judgment about this water a long time ago, and they made it in the quietest way an institution can. They just left the green flag in the drawer, out past the second sandbar on a flat morning. Somewhere along that white line of breakers, the waves quit breaking for 30 or 40 feet. A smooth, dark lane runs straight out from the gap into the Gulf, and it is the calmest looking water on the whole beach. The ridges on the seafloor put it there. A hurricane decides what year it turns on, and in 9 miles of the deadliest water in America, nobody has ever once flown a flag that says it is safe to swim.